Hello, dear friends. Welcome to Cardiac Radio, where we're here to nourish our souls. I'm Nora, the host of this program, taught by Joanna De Angelis and Divaldo Franco. They make a beautiful teamwork and really help us to navigate ourselves in this beautiful journey of self growth and self encounters and just inspire us to move forward. So these messages are small, but yet so profound. And the beauty of it is that we can still learn so much because one sentence, and that's the beauty of language, can have so many meanings. So today's lesson is actually super beautiful. And I think we we all know about conflict. So here's like a reminder for us. And I love messages where we are reminded because sometimes, you know, we're in a certain situation and we just need that one message. So sometimes it's not so much about how the language is so elevated or how new a lesson is, but rather how is that lesson in alignment with questions that I'm asking myself in life. Okay, that's kind of how I see a lot of these messages that most of us know, right? But God willing, these come at a time where we just needed that little push, that reminder. And today's message says, the perfect identification of conflicts has fostered the desire to always attain what is good and beautiful as goals regarding health and wellness. So it's fancy. Let's break that down. In other words, Joanna says it is the recognition of these conflicts, all these conflicts that we have in life, whether they're internal struggles, external obstacles, or even societal pressures, that we find the motivation to pursue goals that elevate our lives. We need to see conflicts as opportunities for growth and to pursue health and wellness with passion and determination, right? As this is the conscious and health section of the book. In other words, how does this whole mind, body, spirit come together when it comes to conflict? When we acknowledge the conflicts, when we acknowledge or the challenges that we face, we do more than just recognize them. We empower ourselves to take action. We begin to understand that these conflicts are not roadblocks meant to deter us, but rather opportunities to refine our goals and our aspirations. So each conflict identified is a step closer to clarity, a step closer to defining what truly matters, right? So this is where we come in, that self-awareness, the prayer, the meditation, the listening, right? Being more silent. And as we start to study our lives and our conflicts, we begin to learn from them and keep building from that. And we know this is a situation that happens between lives and eternity, and we could also think about this as a day-to-day basis. That's the beauty of this message, because when we are in clarity, we keep evolving. We know as spiritists, that's as the goal. And in the realm of health and wellness, this means striving for balance, vitality, and the overall well-being that allows us to live fully and freely. These are our vessels that we need to take care of. It means that we need to set goals that nourish not just the bodies, but also minds and spirits. In other words, we need to find that balance. And these goals are rooted in the understanding that health is not merely the absence of illness, but rather the presence of vibrant life. So as we move forward, let us carry with us the knowledge of our conflicts. Let's make this a something part of our day to day. When identified and understood, we can see that conflicts or challenges can be catalysts for growth. They can push us towards making better choices, towards embracing lifestyles that are in harmony with our deepest values. So they can lead us to create a life that is not just about survival, but about thriving. In the Spirit's book, Book 3, Moral Laws, Chapter 12, Moral Perfection, Virtues, and Vices, there is in question 894, a little bit about conflict, because sometimes we could think, well, the more I be like, I'm in the spiritual journey and I'm doing all the right things, and then we have conflict, that in itself can be contradictory. And we might feel discouraged to not continue in the discovery of ourselves in the spiritual journey or in this, right? Because we feel like, okay, if I'm doing everything right and I still have conflict, it doesn't make sense. But I think this question and answer by the spirits really give us more of an insight as to how to cope in these situations so that we don't give up. The question says some people do good spontaneously without having to overcome any conflicting feelings, right? Is there a much merit in their action as that of others who have to struggle to overcome the imperfections of their own nature in order to do good? A good question. The answer is those who no longer struggle against selfishness have already accomplished a certain amount of progress. They have struggled and succeeded, and they no longer have to put forth any effort in behaving morally or justly. Doing good is perfectly natural to them because kindness has become a habit that they have acquired. They should be honored as veterans, or they have earned their medals. As you are still far from perfection, their behavior is astonishing to you because their action contrasts so strongly with what the rest of humankind, and you admire its given its rarity. However, the exception in your world is the rule in more advanced worlds. Goodness is everywhere in those worlds because they are only inhabited by good spirits, and even a single foul intention would be considered an exceptional monstrosity. That is why these worlds are happy, and it will be the same on earth when the human race has been transformed and understands and practices the law of charity in its true meaning. It's self-explanatory, friends, right? How this law from moral laws connects to what Joanna is telling us about being aware of our conflicts and seeing them, right? Their clarity, in other words, it helps us to propel forward. And so one of the things that we can see and connect through both of them is that transformation through struggle and habit. So in other words, the spirits are saying, hey, right? The journey of overcoming conflict, particularly internal conflicts such as selfishness, leads to personal transformation, where doing good becomes effortless. This is a state of moral excellence, should be recognized and honored as a significant achievement akin to earning a medal after a hard-fought battle. And the second point about the goodness and the norms in the advanced world, the ultimate goal of overcoming conflict is to create a world where goodness is not an exception, but the rule. As humanity progresses and understands the true meaning of charity and kindness, the earth will also transform it, right, into a place where happiness and moral excellence prevails universally. This vision emphasizes the collective evolution of human society toward a state of universal goodness. So we see how it's sort of like those layers. Like I'm responsible for, like, of course, for my journey, right? Understanding those struggles. But then once we do that, that's where we acquire, right, the progress and the evolution. And as the Spirit said, and in so much that it becomes the norm. And that takes practice. And in order for us to practice, we need to have them. Therefore, when we have conflicts, friend, let us embrace them, right? Let us not be with fear, but with confidence that they're guiding us towards a life of health, wellness, and fulfillment. In the pursuit of these goals, we're going to find that the path is not always easy, but it is worth it. So, in the end, let's think about this. What Joanna is trying to help us, and we saw even seeing how the spirits are talking about this. The journey towards health and wellness is not just about reaching a destination, but it's about becoming the best version of ourselves, strong, resilient, and beautifully alive. And isn't this, friends, so amazing, so transformational, and it is so inspiring because now conflicts is not about punishment or giving up or anything. We see that it's actually a blessing for us to keep practicing so that we keep doing the good, right? And we resolve the conflicts and the different layers and everything What a beautiful message today. Thank you so much for joining us. Let us tune into other programs here at Cardiac Radio. There's a little bit of everything. I love it, love it. I hope you guys tune in. And until next week, dear friends, same place, same time. Thank you for your patience as I'm practicing to also speak due to the jaw surgery. So thank you so much. And let us remember always, right? And this is Joanna's message through Divaldo, that we are loved. Bye, friends.